What is up, everybody? It is Tuesday. It is June 23rd, and XRP is probably somewhere between 18 and 20 cents. So I don't really check anymore, but I'm going to do probably a 2 to 3 minute recap of the news here and take it across the board. If you guys like it, great. If not, that's fine. Skip ahead. And then we're going to dig a little bit deeper into CGI and just how big CGI actually is. You may have seen some of the CGI content before. You may not be aware of some of it, and you may not be aware of just the scope involved as far as how large CGI is as an entity in their relationship with Ripple. So real quick, I'm not going to go deep into any of these, but VeChain based solution ETAC H cert adopted in Cyprus's largest airport. So we see more adoption from VeChain today. Monetary Authority of Singapore seeks cooperation with China on green finance. MAS Managing Director Ravi Menon suggests that China and Singapore work together to create frameworks for green and sustainability-linked loans customized for Chinese and Singaporean SMEs. This ties into what's happening with financial cooperation, opening up the rails. IMF High-Level Advisory Board from March 1st, 2019. Monetary Authority of Singapore is here. DTCC is here. Christine Lagarde is here. Chris Larson from Ripple is in this picture. Of course, the picture doesn't load. Shanghai, which we know. Dr. Long Chen, President Alibaba. I mean, those are some big hitters there. Here's link news for everybody that gets into the link information. And I hold a little bit of link. I don't have a ton of it, and I will probably potentially be purchasing more of certain digital assets. That's not financial advice, but China's blockchain service network integrates Chainlink's data oracles. And I think I checked on the Chainlink price today, and it was like up 10 or 11% or whatever it is, which must be nice. So Deloitte and the Monetary Authority of Singapore, though, this is a Project Ubin report. And this is just more confirmation, though, that Ripple is in all of these talks here. I mean, one of Deloitte's most notable prototypes is a cross-border payments application. We know that Deloitte showcased integration of RippleNet into Temenos. At this point, Deloitte's a Ripple partner, in my opinion. You see that their prototype, down here it says the prototype integrates Ripple and Stellar blockchain platforms to enable P2P transactions across geographies. Fantastic. MoneyGram today. Excuse me. MoneyGram partnered with Korean fintech Global Money Express to further accelerate digital growth. Partnership enables GME customers to connect to the MoneyGram platform and distribution network in over 200 countries and territories. The integration will especially benefit customers who send money from South Korea to China and South Asia. And Vanguard, Symbiont, and partners collaborate to accelerate digitization of currency forward market using blockchain technology. Vanguard, in collaboration with technology provider Symbiont and in conjunction with Bank of New York Mellon, State Street, and Franklin Templeton, is actively exploring the application of distributed ledger technology to foreign exchange forwards, bringing transparency and workflow efficiencies to the over-the-counter currency market. Vanguard is huge. I know that the SPQR guys used to do great work on Vanguard. Ripple affiliate CoinsPH. CoinsPH is also ODL XRP enabled. Joins new remittance network reaching unbanked in the Filipinos. This is Union Bank. Union Bank of the Philippines has built out a network it says will make it easier for people with access to financial services to receive money abroad. That bank is the 10th largest by assets in the country. Launching 11,000 cash out remittance counters across the archipelago, if I pronounce that correctly, including in rural or remote areas where citizens may not have access to banking services. So we see adoption across the board. KPMG has mentioned Ripple all the time. They're opening up Chain Fusion, which is basically advanced analytics capabilities based on crypto asset data. You can do a little bit more research into KPMG. Crypto lender Cred hires former U.S. National Security, or NSA, agent and Western Union executives. Cred is also backed by Arrington XRP Capital, I believe. This was an article from China. Formerly deputy chairman of the Social Security Fund Council, digital currency DCEP will present a new format. They talk about competition between a CBDC and an actual digital currency. So finally, Wang Zhongmin said that for China, the epidemic will give birth to new scenarios and new functions of digital currency and enhance the global competitiveness of digital currency. Digital currency will move from the payment side to the wallet side. You guys can read this. The last thing here for the news. This was from yesterday, I think. It's digitization from the World Economic Forum. We know that Finastra had partnered with the joined or became a member of World Economic Forum. I think it was probably a month and a half ago. Three trends will help shape its future. They talk about cloud. They talk about new technologies. I know they talk about blockchain in here. So that's interesting too. So, all right. For those of you that aren't overly enthused about just the normal news, I do think that it's still relevant to stay up to date on things. So that's why I do it. I think I'm going to make it a thing where I at least present daily news across the spectrum for everybody, because it's not just XRP, it's not just Ripple. There are multiple initiatives going on across the board, and it makes sense to stay in the loop of all of them. I will try not to spend a lot of time on them. This will be the last disclaimer I put out about them, but I'm going to do it. It's going to take 3 or 4 minutes. If you don't like it, skip ahead. So CGI all payments. We're going to get into CGI here, and CGI is RippleNet. CGI noted to say that turning on the switch for Ripple is as easy as the snap of your fingers. And they've been very busy over the past 5 years. So they had an intelligent gateway, which is what RippleNet was enabled with. But now they have this all payments platform. And we're going to get into their all payments platform a little bit here. This is still right on their website. This is a newer initiative. All payments achieve the need for speed. Talking about velocity. They go over the definition of velocity. Rate of occurrence or action is rapidity. So what I'm really trying to get across with this slide share here is this is all about future proofing. Customers also benefit from a wide range of payment choices and the ability to transfer and receive funds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. An integrated software platform for processing real-time wire and ACH payments. ACH should ring a bell in your head of Nasha. I know some people say Nacha, but I say Nasha. But this is a little bit of scope for you. CGI deals with 40% of the global FX settlement processing. They also API enabled, cloud enabled. It's a choice. This is all going to be a choice. And I bring up this all the time. Utility, it's all going to be about what the best option is across the board. It's all about enabling the removing of friction across the board. That way, any situation, you have the best option. So more than 20% of SWIFT payment transactions are processed by CGI. These are just kind of the bullet points of this. All payments here. I think we're ready to miss. CGI handles more than 35% of all U.S. wire-based transaction volume, which equals out to $3 trillion to $5 trillion a day. A day. So get into this a little bit more. Again, 24/7, 365. This is interesting, and this is where we get a little bit into the deeper dive of this type thing here. CGI and its bank partners achieved groundbreaking interoperability between CGI Trade 360 and SKU Chain's blockchain platform. So keep SKU Chain in mind here. And this is CGI, not just themselves. I mean, they have banking clients, obviously. Their banking clients include Bank of Montreal, Royal Bank of Canada, Mitsubishi UFG, which is MUFG, which we know MUFG is a Ripple client. And they've completed their first ever proof of concept back in 2017, enabling banks engaged in trade finance to integrate powerful blockchain capabilities with existing trade finance platforms. Here's where we get into the interesting thing here. This is a presentation by SKU Chain. And I wonder if they have any relationship. Of course they do. Excuse me. Technology, SKU Chain. Looks like they issued a patent applications, blockchain agnostic, private and federated ledgers with cross-ledger communication, and currency transport agnostic. Currency, USD, is that Canadian there, or Ripple, open assets, or Fedcoin. So they support XRP. SKU Chain supports XRP because we know if they're talking about currency, they're not talking about Ripple, the company. They're talking about XRP. This is also interesting, CGI. Now I want you guys to pay attention. What I do a lot of the times when I'm researching is I try not to assume things, but I try to look at things that are blatantly right in front of my eyes that maybe some people would miss, maybe some people don't miss them, maybe some people catch them. This is from Ripple's website. Directly titled for the hyperlink is XRP_exchanges, right? XRP_exchanges. And if we type on it, many of you have probably seen this, but I like getting into like the details a little bit. So why XRP? Stable, scalable, institutional grade, for preferred, robust, decentralized. Over 25 global validators operated by institutions like MIT, Microsoft, AWF, Bonhoeffer, and CGI. So CGI operates a validator. This is a September/October 2016 Sibos presentation by CGI. Now we know the all payments thing is newer. This Intelligent Gateway through CGI, I haven't been able to find any information from Intelligent Gateway over the past 2 years, with the exception of they're Swift integrated. So Swift, they are a preferred. I forget what Swift utilizes or uses as their verbiage that they use, but they're a preferred integrator for Swift or whatever. Like we already showed, they basically process that was like 20 or 25% of Swift messaging transactions yearly. So, but that Intelligent Gateway is still registered through Swift. I believe it was updated or due for update in 2019, and I'm pretty sure it was updated in late 2017 or early 2018. So you have CGI Intelligent Gateway. Has worked with a Singapore-based consortium that includes 2 banks, a government agency, and Ripple in order to design, develop, and operate the first ever trade finance blockchain proof of concept, which was touted as a great success. Extending CGI's Intelligent Gateway to trade, this currently integrates payment systems to Ripple Connect and will soon provide a new level of interoperability between legacy trade platforms and distributed ledger trade solutions. This has happened so long ago. So in my opinion here, and I think I'm going to tie it all together here in about 2 minutes, this is more scope. This is how big CGI is. 16,000 financial service professionals working with clients across 5 continents. Partnered at 21 of the top 25 banks across Europe, 23 of the top 25 in America, 8 of the top insurers in Europe. 40% of the world's foreign exchange payments are processed through CGI. Some of the clients here: ABN AMRO, Admiral, AIB, BNP Paribas, Bank of Ireland, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, ICC, ING. We know ING is definitely RippleNet. National Bank of Canada, Societe Generale. And if it's not RippleNet, can guarantee you it's probably R3. And if it's not R3, some of these are probably Hyperledger. We know who helped out with Hyperledger. So what this was interesting. This is a little bit of a sidebar here. But for how big the ACH network is, and we know that Ripple just became a member of ISO 20022, the working, or not even the working group, the actual organization. Nasha worked with the Interactive Financial Exchange, IFX, and this is, do not mistake this, and because I'm not trying to be hypey here. IFX is a Ripple partner, but it's a different IFX, I believe. IFX that's a Ripple partner is a money transmitter. This is a completely different group. I believe, if you find anything different, feel free to let me know. Nasha worked with the Interactive Financial Exchange Forum to develop the official ISO 20022 remittance specifications, which would ultimately be referenced in the Nasha rulebook as an international standard. So it looks like they legitimately, they wrote up ISO 20022. And Nasha, Ripple is a member of the Nasha Alliance. I put a video out 2 days or 3 days ago or whatever. Nasha put out a slideshare, which has since been deleted from their website, which it shows the current ACH processing, and it shows the new, or with RippleNet ACH processing, with Ripple at the base of the payment stack. It may, I don't remember if it's payments or settlements. I hope it's settlements, but I think it said payment stack. This is from Ripple's website, introducing CGI's Ripple-enabled Intelligent Gateway. Obviously, the video has been deleted. This is what's interesting to me. I posted this August 22nd, 2019. And the YouTube video and the Ripple site video were deleted. We already know that. Here's what I want to close this video with everybody, though. This is from CGI. Ripple and CGI are pleased to announce the successful integration of Ripple's distributed financial technology into Ripple's CGI's payments portfolio. CGI's Ripple-enabled Intelligent Gateway is one of the first solutions in the industry to integrate Ripple technology. It works as a transition layer between a bank's payment hub and Ripple, a turnkey solution that allows participants to transact directly with one another. Here's a sentence here. However, banks must consider the risks and complexity in adopting any new technology. This is why we are particularly excited to introduce Intelligent Gateway by CGI. It minimizes the need for a complex integration. This product makes access to Ripple as easy as flipping a switch. And if they have access to Ripple, they probably have access to XRP because ODL is rolled into a bundle solution at this point. That's what I've been seeing across the board. It's not about one solution, everybody. And that's why I hate, I can understand people getting hypey and getting excited, but anytime you hear DLT or blockchain, it doesn't mean XRP. What's going on across the board here is a complete revamp of the value networks in the entire world. And what's going to happen very shortly, and I hope it's very shortly, but I would imagine it's 100% in this decade. I always say I'm sticking in XRP until 2025. What's going to happen very shortly is that consumers, financial institutions that have all of these IT integrations going on with their corporations and banks and everything else, governments, whatever, they're going to have a choice. And the choice that they're going to make is probably going to be the most efficient solution that's presented for that problem that they have, or that payment that they need to make, or that settlement that needs completed, or that smart contract that needs facilitated. It's very simple to see what's going on. And I think it's pretty straightforward. So hey, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Some of you may have seen this information before. I hope some of you haven't. I presented a lot of this stuff and found some of this stuff over the past year, so I haven't done a video on it, so I did one now. So hey, have a good one. Later.